Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachelle Glendon. It is so lovely to have you here. So today's video is a little bit of a life update, chatty video. I'm sitting here in my usual Christmas video setup that I have finally figured out a bit. I'm not very good at backdrops, I'm not gonna lie. And I thought I would give you a little bit of a life update. If you have a toddler and you're pregnant, maybe this might help you. Every single night when I'm the one that puts Max to bed, and not because I don't want Rolly to do it or that he's not an involved dad, it's just how things have worked out. I really find the nighttime routine really a special time, and then we hop into bed, we read a few books, and I lay down with him. He has a single mattress on the floor. I think I have made a video a long time ago about our Montessori floor bed and how we transitioned to that and how amazing I have found it. Yes, so I hop into bed with him and I lay down with him and wait for him to fall asleep, which can be anything from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. And I must admit, it is getting to that stage where I realize that things need to change. I have started trying to sit up in the bed with him. So I'm sitting up and he's laying down, but then he often ends up like laying on my lap and things like that. So that's a little bit of a struggle. I am finding that he's probably more ready for me to not be there than I'm ready to not be there, if that makes sense. So Rolly has tried to be, Rolly has started doing things like brushing his teeth and just being in the room when we read storybooks and things like that before bed. But if I'm here, Max is a little bit like, hang on, why isn't mum putting me to bed? But I find it really hard because obviously he's a little bit sad. If Rolly's trying to put him to bed, he does cry a little bit. Just because I'm here, I find it really hard. I also find it really hard in general to not be involved in the day-to-day care of Max, like the little things. Like, you know, if Rolly gets him breakfast, I just feel really guilty. I don't know why. It's not because I don't think Rolly can do a great job or that he doesn't deserve to have those experiences with Max as well. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's just how I am as a mum. Yeah. Anyway, I've decided that to kill two birds with one stone, I'm going to start taking Spanish lessons. So it's something that I've wanted to do ever since 2014 when we went to Spain. We got engaged in Barcelona. We were only there for 3 days. We had nearly 4 weeks in Europe, and we went all over the place. And the one place, or there's more than one place, but the main place that we're desperate to go back to is Spain. Ever since we went on that European holiday in 2014, I have wanted to go back. I've wanted to learn Spanish. So I decided that I would sign up to level 1A at the Spanish Cat in the city. This is my workbook. Yes, so the Spanish Cat is a little Spanish school in the city. They run classes of an evening, and my class is on a Tuesday night at 5:45. Means I have to leave the house by 5 o'clock at the latest. And that means that Rolly will do the bath time. We usually have dinner together because I have to eat before I go. And then Rolly does the bath time and puts Max to bed. And I get home around 8. And by then, usually Rolly's fallen asleep and he's in the bed with Max snoring his head off. It's really cute. So it means that I'm not here to witness the bedtime routine. It's disconnecting me just as much as it's making, you know, I'm not there, so I'm not trying to interfere, or I'm not feeling guilty for sitting on the couch while Rolly's putting Max to bed and I'm missing out. But I'm also doing something really enjoyable, something for myself, because as well, we have a new baby arriving in May. So I'm not going to be able to leave the house at night time again for another year or two, for a long time. So it is something that I'm just doing for myself, that I really enjoy. I'm having so much fun. I'm making new friends. I'm practicing and learning a new skill. And at the same time, I am helping my family move on from a situation that we need to move on from, which is me being the only person doing the bedtime routine. And I think it's important for us to get Max used to Rolly being involved in bedtime well before this baby arrives, so that he doesn't associate the new baby with mum not doing bedtime anymore. Yes, so that is that. I'm absolutely loving it, I have to say. Yes, it is really fun. My Spanish, there's 6 people in my class. Our teacher is Eva. She is from Barcelona, so that's lovely. And we have this little workbook, and each class, like I think it's 8 weeks, and I've actually loved it so much that I've decided to sign up for 1B as well, which will end at the end of March when I will be 36 weeks pregnant. or 35 weeks pregnant. So I will get in roughly 16 classes of Spanish before the baby arrives. And yeah, so I have got this booklet and it just goes through all the basics of learning a new language. And then I've also been using the Duolingo app. In the meantime, each day I just hop on there and I do my little lesson, and that has helped me every day kind of like do a refresh. It's not associated with the Spanish Cat School at all, but it is one that they mentioned that you could use just to help you practice, and I'm loving it. I'm not very good. I can read it much better than I can say it because the Australian accent is completely opposite to a Spanish accent, so it's pretty hard. But I sound like a bit silly when I try to say it. Yeah, but anyway, that doesn't matter because it's all about learning a new skill and doing something for myself. And yeah, anyway, so if you are thinking, if you're pregnant and you have a toddler and you're worried about how to disconnect yourself from the bedtime routine and get your toddler into a new habit with dad a little bit more involved or something like that, maybe something like a Spanish class or a yoga class or Pilates or some sort of thing that you do at least once a week where you're not at home. It's something for yourself as well, that's really nice and enjoyable for you to do so that you look forward to going out so you don't skip it. Might be the way to go. Maybe a little tip that might help you, but also just a little life update that I really wanted to share with you. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this video, maybe a little tip or a little inspiration to do something for yourself. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. I will talk to you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye guys. Mwah.